What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Long time no talk. Today is January 10th of 2022, and the big headline this morning across most media outlets is the death of actor and comedian Bob Saget, who is probably best known for his time on the series Full House, a show which was just rebooted back in 2016 and ran like 4 or 5 more seasons, a show called Fuller House. Saget has died at the age of 65 at a Ritz Carlton hotel in Orlando, Florida, and there's little details about how he died. Of course, there's a lot of people online speculating that, because he got the booster, maybe something happened. Of course, on this channel, we always dig a little bit deeper and explore the more synchronistic connections with the deaths of actors, athletes, celebrities on this channel. Bob Saget died at the Ritz Carlton Hotel, as I just mentioned. In addition to Full House, Bob Saget was also the host of America's Funniest Home Videos from 1989 through 1987, a show which is now hosted by Alfonso Ribeiro, who famously played the character Carlton on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, another 90s sitcom, which aired around the same time as Full House. Roughly the same number of years around the same time. And speaking of reboots, like with Fuller House, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air will also be getting a reboot that starts on February 13th next month, the same day as the Super Bowl. This series is being rebooted based on a film that was made in 2019 called Bel-Air. So we'll explore the numerical connections here, and we're going to focus on this America's Funniest Home Videos numerology, since this is the strong connection with his death. So we start with the fact that Bob Saget has died at the age of 65 years old. The 65th prime number is 313. And notice how in standard English extended Gematria, the name Saget equals 313. Now, the cipher you see there is on the right side of your screen. We call this English Gematria. Closely mirrors the ancient Hebrew and Greek ciphers. In the standard alphabetic order, the name Saget sums to 52. Saget was 52 years old when his roast aired back in 2008. Hosted by his good friend John Stamos, who we'll look at in a second. And notice how his death yesterday fell on a date with 52 and 16 numerology. And again, the name Saget, not only 52, but also 16 in the standard reduction method. This is also called Pythagorean Gematria. In this English cipher, Bob Saget also equals 377, which is curiously the prime number value of Full House. And 377, see how it's the 14th Fibonacci number. And the date that Saget died also had reduced numerology of 14. All right, so let's get to this riddle involving America's Funniest Home Videos, a show which I was very fond of as a kid growing up. Of course, we didn't have YouTube and internet videos to laugh at, so we had to wait till Sunday till Bob Saget could show us the videos. And Bob Saget even died on a Sunday, which is the day of the week that AFHV has always aired. In the standard alphabetic order, notice how the name Bob equals 19, much like the show he hosted, AFHV, which in reduction sums to 19. And of course, it just happens that Bob Saget died on the date January 9th, written 1/9. So as we mentioned now, the current host of America's Funniest Home Videos is Alfonso Ribeiro. And Ribeiro is best known for playing Carlton Banks on the show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And Bob Saget, the original Funniest Home Videos host, dying at the Ritz Carlton. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the show Bel-Air will be getting a reboot, which begins next month, and this will be on the Peacock network. And notice how Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, well, I said the series takes place in Philadelphia on my post. Obviously, that's not right. The show takes place in Bel-Air, in Los Angeles. The main character in the show, Will Smith, is from Philadelphia, and that's both in real life and in the television series. And it just so happens that Bob Saget, born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, also. Now, in Gematria, notice how Bel-Air has this value of 137. If you measure from the release of the film Bel-Air back in 2019 to the date of Bob Saget's death, you get exactly a span of 1,037 days. Just like Bel-Air, 137. 137, by the way, this is another prime number, the 33rd prime number. And Bob Saget began hosting America's Funniest Home Videos at the age of 33. And it's also been 33 months since that film was released. Another interesting thing is that if you measure from the release of this Bel-Air film to the date of Saget's death, you also get 148 weeks. And The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air just so happened to air 148 episodes. So that stood out very strongly as well. But let's examine this connection with Carlton Banks, played by Alfonso Ribeiro, to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company. So Alfonso Ribeiro's real name, and let's introduce reverse gematria real quick to this video. Of course, we have the standard alphabetic order and reduction method, but if you flip the order around, we get two ciphers called reverse ordinal and reverse full reduction, and this is just, of course, Z is 1, Y is 2, all the way through A is 26. Just the alphabet flipped around. Notice how the name Alfonso Lincoln Ribeiro has this 33 gematria. It also sums to 123 in reduction. Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company, LLC, the official name, sums to 330 and 123, the same as Ribeiro's full name. In the alphabetic order, Alfonso Lincoln Ribeiro sums to 111 reduced. His name also equals 237 in ordinal. Bob Saget died 111 days after Ribeiro's birthday and 237 days after his own. Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company, for the record, also has this Jewish gematria of 175. Consider how one date can be pulled from this number, the 17th of May, which is Bob Saget's birthday, May 17th. When Bob Saget first hosted America's Funniest Home Videos, he was 193 days after his birthday. And this is another prime number, the 44th prime number. Now, the number 44 is heavily coded into this as well. He died 44 days after the debut of America's Funniest Home Videos, which was on the date November 26th. So 11/26 to the date of his death, 44 days. The current AFV host, Alfonso Ribeiro, was born 4 months and 4 days after Bob Saget's birthday. In ordinal, the word kill equals 44. And no, I'm not suggesting that Carlton killed him. Of course, there's much more going on here. Think about when you write the number 44 out, it sums to 144. Of course, the date that's written 4/4, April 4th, also has this value. Notice how the name Robert Lane Saget, his full name, has gematria of 144 with reduction exceptions. That matches Orlando, Florida, where he died. Orlando, Florida, summing to 144. Just thinking out loud here, there's a TV show called Fuller House, as we've been talking about. And I think this began in 2016, which is the same year as the big mass shooting in Orlando. Remember the Pulse nightclub shooting on June 12th of 2016? Just worth noting that Fuller House also came back in 2016. But one last major connection I wanted to share here. In Sumerian Gematria, the phrase home videos sums to 690. Now, earlier I pointed out how Alfonso Ribeiro's full name sums to 111, and Bob Saget died 111 days after his birthday. Well, the first episode of America's Funniest Home Videos that Alfonso Ribeiro hosted was on the date October 11th, which is written 10/11, like 111. And if you measure from the end of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in 1996 to the date of his first hosting gig, notice how you even get 1,011 weeks, another 111. So, from the first day that Carlton hosted America's Funniest Home Videos to the death of Bob Saget was 6 years and 90 days, like the gematria of home videos, 690. But in numerology, this also represents the number 69. And see how Ritz Carlton sums to 69 in reverse reduction. The 69th prime number is 347. And in ancient Hebrew gematria, the word for sacrifice sums to 347. Ribeiro's full name, if you include the senior, notice how he also has this 347 value in his name. And if you measure from the birthday of John Stamos, who hosted Bob Saget's roast back in 2008 and was great friends with Bob Saget, notice how Stamos was exactly 3,047 weeks old when his good friend passed away. All right, guys, thanks for popping in. Whether you're watching live or archived, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe, as YouTube is still actively censoring, blocking, and hiding these videos from their algorithms, interestingly enough. All right, peace, love, God bless, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya.